Hi and welcome to another video for year 7 maths. So here, still on the topic algebra. So today we're going to deal with what happens if you add or subtract algebraic fractions, but for year 7s, it specifically specify you have to have numerical denominators. So here, actually for this one, it contains the same idea when you have numerical fractions. So basically, you will see later that it is quite similar to what you have done in fraction, but you have to do something with the numerator with the algebraic expression. So here, case 1, if we have the same denominators, we simply add or subtract the numerator. So here you can see that this one, 4a over 9, example 1a, 4a over 9 plus 2a over 9, you will do it like this, okay? So 4a, they share the same denominator, so I'll just write this one straight away like this, 4a plus 2a. So 4a plus 2a can be simplified into 6a over 9, right? So here, whenever you see like this, you can actually simplify 6 over 9 numbers with numbers. So 6 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3, you'll have 2 out of 3. So here, your final answer will be 2a out of 3. So that's for part A. And then let's have a look at for part B. Also the same denominator, but here you have to do like this, 5a minus 3a on the numerator. So 5a minus 3a are like terms. So 5a minus 3a will be 2a over 9. So that's the answer for example 1 part B, right? So that's quite simple for the first case. Alright, so here, with more complicated ones like this, you have to be careful with the signs, especially when you see negative. So my tips will later, you will include brackets. But let's do it for part A first. So here, you have the same denominator already. So out of 3. And then x plus 1 on the left side. And then plus in between. So plus doesn't really affect this one. Because here, plus x. And then plus meets minus will give you minus. So x plus 1 plus x minus 2. And as per usual, you will arrange it according to like terms. X plus 1 minus 2, everything over 3. So here you will have 2x, because x 1x, 1x plus 1x is 2x, and then plus 1 minus 2 will give you negative 1. So that's for the numerator, and then denominator will be a number 3. So that's for your first part of example 2a. Okay, let's have a look at example part B. So part B here, you have to be careful because you have negative signs. So I will suggest you do it like this. Okay, watch this. Okay, so over 4. And then 3x minus 2, no change at all. But here, negative, you have to include brackets for the second one, which is bracket x minus 5. Right? So because here, you have negative signs, and negative signs will always change whatever you have on the next fraction. So here, you will have 3x minus 2. And you recall from your previous topic on expansion, negative 1, right? So here's negative 1. So negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times negative 5 will give you positive 5. So here you can see that there's a change in the sign for the second fraction. So as per usual, okay, to make it easier, let's arrange them. 3x minus x and then minus 2 plus 5. Everything over 4. So therefore, you will have 3x minus x. 3 minus 1 is 2x. And then negative 2 plus 5 will give you positive 3. So that's for the numerator. And then for the denominator, it is over 4. So that's for example number 2. So that's for examples that includes same denominators. But let's have a look at case 2. So case 2, if we have different denominators, so we are going to use LCM. Let me just highlight this because you are using LCM to make the denominators common. So the common denominator you will have here for the first example is 6. So you have to multiply this one, x over 2. So 2 times 3, right? And then 3 times 2. So everything over here will be multiplied. Let's say x times 3 and then 2 over 2 over 3. So you will change this fraction as 3x everything over 6 and then plus Everything over here you multiply by 2. 2 times x is 2x over 6. So you have to digest this because you want to make it similar. So this idea comes from what you have learned in the first chapter of fraction. But here, this one, you are including algebraic expression. So here, this one is quite similar to have learned in the previous example. So 3x plus 2x on the numerator. So 3x plus 2x is 5x out of 6. So this is already simplified as a single fraction. Right, so let's have a look at the next one. The next one is 2x over 3 minus 3x over 4. So here I have given the LCM 12. So here 3 times 4, and then for this one 4 times 3. So this one will be expressed as 2x times 4 is 8x over 12, and then minus 3 times 3, 3x times 3 will be 9x, everything over 12. So you will have 8x minus 9x, everything over 12. So you can apply integer over here. 8x minus 9x will be negative 1x. So negative x over 12. Or you can simplify, you can express like this. In between is negative x over 12. So x, it could be a negative sign, it could be anywhere. Right? So that's for the example 3. Now let's have a look at example number 4. This one will be quite tedious because you will do expansion and numerator before you can simplify it. So let's have a look over here. So express the following as single fraction. So here I have given the LCM 4. So here the second fraction is 3 over 4. So 4 is already in the denominator. But for the first one here, for the first fraction, okay, you have to do it like this. Okay, so times 2. And when you multiply 2 on the numerator, I mean the whole thing, you have to multiply this whole thing. So you will use the idea of expansion. So here you will have 2 bracket 2x minus 1, everything over 4, plus 3 over 4. So make it into single fraction because you have the same denominator already. So 2 bracket 2x minus 1, and then the second fraction is 3, and everything over 4. So here you have to use brackets before expansion. That's my biggest tip for this topic, for this particular example. So here expand 2 into 2x will be 4x, and then 2 times negative 1 will give you negative 2. And then you recall from last time, you do not expand it up to 3 because 3 is not in the bracket. So plus 3 over here, everything over 4. So the like terms are only the constants, negative 2 plus 3. So you will have 4x minus 2 plus 3 is plus 1, everything over 4. So that's for the example 4a. And then look at 4b. So 4b, I've already given the LCM is 12. So basically, the whole thing here, 4, will be multiplied by 3. So the numerator will give you this one also. And this one times 4. So here you have to use brackets. So I will just straight away give you the illustration of what happens before expansion. So 3 bracket 6x plus 1. And then in between there's negative. So that's why I suggest you to use brackets before expansion. So negative 4 bracket 2 plus 2x inside the bracket. Right? Everything over 12. So what you're going to do next is to expand according to the brackets over here. So what you're going to do next is you will see what happened after expansion. So 3 times 6x is 18x, and then 3 times positive 1 will give you plus 3. Now here, negative 4, be careful with the negative sign here, negative 4. So negative 4 times 2 will give you negative 8, and then negative 4 times 2x will give you negative 8x, everything will be over 12. So let's, to make you comfortable a bit, so let's see when you arrange them according to the like term. So 18x, you have another like term which is negative 8x, and then plus 3 minus 8, everything over 12. So here, let me just scroll down a bit. So you will have 18x minus 8x will give you 10x, And then here you will have positive 3 minus 8 will give you negative 5. Right? So everything over 12. So that's it for this example. And that's all for everything. I hope that this topic will give you a little bit of challenging a bit, but you can do it. So thank you very much and see you again.